Hi, my name is Jen Travers, and I am your instructor for either EWC Writerscraft or HHS Families and Society. I've been teaching e-learning for a number of years, and this is my first time taking on Writerscraft, but I am both a social sciences and English teacher. My intention with this introduction video is just to show you some of the key things that I want you to pay attention to. You're going to learn them in the orientation course, and if you've taken e-learning courses, you already know this, but I'm just going to go through it for the benefit of how I run my courses, which may be different if you've taken them before, may be different from the way that other instructors run their courses. So the first thing that I wanted to run through is important features within e-learning that I want you to pay attention to or know where to access it. 2, the importance of the news feed and where to find it. And 3, that you need to create a notebook. So much like you would do in class where you have a binder, in both of my courses you need to keep notes, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Both of these courses are a little late in starting up, so I don't have an exemplar of the notebook quite yet, but I will be posting that a little bit later on into the orientation week. The first week is, of course, just orientation. During this time, it may not take you the entire week to go through the orientation lessons, but it's during that time that people are coming in or out of the course, and it's really, really important that we give them time to catch up, or for those who are dropping out to figure out what they're doing as well. So it's a fluctuating week. And after that first week, I will be opening up content for both of you. So let's get into it. For either course that you're taking, when you log in, after you've gotten the email and it signs you in, you'll come to a page that looks like this. This is your intro page that will guide you through a number of resources that you have access to. And you can use any one of these as resources. So there's a number of things in here that are databases, etc., that you may recognize that you are welcome to use. They're just quick shortcuts to get into them. So I have a number of courses that I've taught. That's why I have so many there. So if I click on that, that's my HHS course, that will bring me to the HHS page. Now mine looks a little bit different than yours will, because I'm going to edit it over the weekend to make sure that it's ready to go for you. So you may not see all of these things, but you will see this video posted right here. Same thing for the other course, EWC for You, that when you click on your course, that it will bring you to this page. And of course, I haven't posted this video yet, so you will find all my videos and news pieces right here on this main page. So this is really important to pay attention to. This is how I communicate with you. This is how I teach lessons. I don't necessarily embed them into the content that you're supposed to read through. I simply put them on the news feed for you to access. I may also use the email system, which is located right up here. So those are important to pay attention to in terms of getting into the course. All right, so the first thing that I wanted to hit on is where you access your course. So when you're on this main page after you've logged in, you can see the orientation course here. In that first week, you're going to click on those and do the lessons in there. For the rest of it, you're going to click on whatever unit that you are in, that you can bring it through there, or the other thing that you can do is click on the content button at the very, very top. And it looks a little bit different. It's just organized in a number of ways. So after that first orientation week for both courses, you're going to go into content once it's opened up. If you click on it and all you see is orientation, it means that I haven't opened up content yet. And I release those one unit at a time, just so that we're all getting through the content and that you're not getting ahead before I've had a chance to figure out if I'm making any changes. So you would click on unit number 1 and access your lessons that way. I'm experiencing a little bit of a lag when it comes to the internet, right? Nope, I'm not. Hold on. right? And then you can access the content. So when you are asked, I'm guiding you through a lesson at a time. You will see on the calendar on the main page when due dates are. You'll get updates about when due dates are. And so it's very, very important that you pay attention to where you're supposed to be. Reading through the content. I'll talk about the notebook in a little bit, but you should be making notes on a number of things, including the activities, making notes on the content that you're reading through. And then you'll find as you go through, when you see something like this, this means a discussion. So you're going to have an assignment attached to that. You can access the discussion here. The other thing that you will find, not in this particular lesson, is a drop box that it will say submit your work here. There's a drop box there. And so that can go immediately to the Dropbox. Now, if you have read through the content and you've done all the work, but you simply want to hand it in, you can actually access the Dropboxes with using this particular icon. So you don't always have to go through the content to find the assignment. And in fact, this is a good check for most people, that if they're going through the assignments and they know that they didn't do this one or don't recognize it or told you that it wasn't submitted, then you need to go back and check. So in addition to content, it's also important to come into the Dropbox folders to check to see what assignments are there and when they're due and if you did submit them or not. The other way that you can access the discussions from the content is to go in here. Now again, by the time you open it, it may look a little bit different just as I open up the course. You may also find that the discussions disappear. So I'm going to put in there what the discussion should be about, but I also put timelines on discussions, that discussions have close dates where you will no longer be able to access them. And the purpose of that is to guide you through the lessons, and sometimes you need the discussions in order to accomplish the other tasks. So I have to put due dates and end dates on those particular discussions so that you get them done on time before the other assignments. So if you know that you have a discussion due, you can simply go to discussions and post it there. When I mark assignments, you will get it handed back, and you will actually find within the Dropbox that I can provide feedback right on your document. And so if it's handed back, you will actually see that it has been read and that it has been marked, and that there is often feedback that I can provide to you. And you would see those documents or my feedback comments right on your document within the Dropbox folder. As you're going through, if you would like to access grades, then you simply click on grades. And as you go through the course and get handed back grades, you'll see the feedback comments as well as the percentage grades. Again, it will look different because I haven't set it up yet, but you'll be able to see your marks as they're handed back to you to ensure that you have handed in all assignments. So those are the key tools that I would like you to make sure that you're familiar with clicking through. The other icon that I'd really like you to pay attention to is class list. There are a number of times where I'm asking you to access other students, email them, whatever it may be, and you can find those contact pieces within the class list. This is also how I send out mass emails. And so this is where you can access, if you're given a name of another student to work with, that you can find it in here. All right, so that's it for video number 1, some of the key things that I would like you to pay attention to. I'm going to post 3 different videos just so that you can go through them a bit at a time and that you don't have to watch it all in one go.